Believe it or not, I used to be very socially awkward in my youth. I used to have a strong lazy eye and was sure that something was wrong with me. I remember that one moment when friends of my older brother used to shout, "Hey, it's him, the brother of so and so," and I tried to say hey back and was like, "Hey." Or when I thought people looked at me and I suddenly started to walk very weirdly. In the past years this has completely changed. Today I want to give you 4 steps. The first one you can do right ahead. To be less socially awkward, here are 4 steps you can use right now. Here's the plain and easy first step that works instantly. Realize that whenever you feel awkward, the situation itself is not necessarily awkward. We just think that it is. What we generally fear when we are conscious about our social behavior is that we get judged by the whole social group. Not the person watching us, but the person that the person watching us will talk with about. We've evolved this way because we used to be very dependent on our tribe, and getting excluded from it would almost certainly be our death. A very easy way to short-circuit this behavior is to simply think, if that person that is watching you would tell what happened to a friend of him, how would this third person react? This has worked wonders for me instantly. The chances are very high that the other person would simply shrug off after hearing that story from the person that just watched you, because we're all very focused on ourselves. Over time we'll realize that most of the actions that we think are socially awkward are in reality quite normal and nothing people really fancy to talk about. After building that initial awareness, the second step, this is more long term, is to work in a social job for at least 6 months. This will make you superhuman when it comes to dealing with people. Working in a fitness center for now nearly 4 years has definitely helped me with that. If you read some cool books along with that, like How to Win Friends and Influence People, you will truly be superhuman. The third step lies in you getting really good at one thing, which will increase your status in the social hierarchy and therefore will increase your confidence. The same thing can be done by putting on muscle, losing weight, or getting in shape. Click the link down below. My coaching plans are specialized for vegans getting into their best shape ever. And the fourth step, and the most extreme method you can use to be less socially awkward, and yes, this requires a good baseline that you build from the previous steps, and yes, I've done it, is to speak to random strangers. They have to be of the opposite sex, on the street in broad daylight. It's not about picking them up. Well, not necessarily. I talked to over 100 women like this, and it really has been one of the best experiences of my life. It helps you be able to deal with rejection, the most extreme form of social punishment, and therefore 10x's your confidence. These are the 4 steps that help you be less socially awkward. It's awesome which kind of changes this has brought to my life, and I truly think it can change yours. First, be aware of the actions that you do in other people's minds and realize that most of them aren't special. Second, work in a social job for at least 6 months. Third, get really good at one thing or get in shape. Check my coaching for that if you're a vegan. Fourth, speak to strangers of the opposite sex in broad daylight. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time. If you like this video and want to know more about fitness, nutrition, mindset and health, and how these things can help you get the most out of your life, subscribe to this channel.